Assalamu alaikum first grade. Today we're going to be starting with 17.1. Guess what? Chapter 17 is called Step Up to Second Grade. So we're going to be reviewing some information as well as adding a little bit of information so that you are ready for second grade. So today we're going to be talking about understanding place value. You must be familiar with place value because we've learned it in the class. We've learned about tens and ones. Today we're going to add hundreds to it. Let's take a look. Before we get started, let's go over some important vocabulary. When we talk about digits, digit just means number. It's another word for number. So let's take a look at this number right here, 153. Well, each number is its own digit. If I asked you how many digits was in this number 153, you would say 3 digits. There's the 1, there's a 5, there's a 3. They are all their own digit or their own number. When we talk about value, value means how much is a digit worth? What does it stand for? Is it a 10? Is it 100? Is it a 1? And then let's talk about represent. Represent means can you show the number using pictures, symbols, or words? So let's go over some examples. So how are numbers represented through place value? So if we see 100, we know that it's a big yellow block, or it could be a different color. It's a block that has small little ones that equal up to 100. So it makes one big block that equals 100. Then we have a 10. That means that they have little ones that equal up to 10. And then we have a 1, which is just by itself, it's just a 1. So let's take a look at some examples. We have 237. Well, when we talk about digits, there are 3 digits. There's a 2, there's a 3, and a 7. We start off with the 2 first. We said 237. If we say 200, we must know that there's going to be 2 blocks that equal up to 237. It stands for the 200 in the number. So 2 blocks stand for 200. Then let's take a look at the next one. It says 37. Well, the 3 in the middle is the tens. How many tens will there be? The digit says 3. That means there are going to be 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And the last number, the smallest number that comes on the right is the ones. There are 7 ones. That means I would count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I were to put this number together, I know that this is 100. I'm going to add another 100. That makes it 200. We know that this is 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. So 230, and then we have 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives me 237. Let's take a look at another example. Let's take a look at 312. When we talk about the digits, we know that the far left is the biggest number. So if we say 300, that means that we have to have 3 blocks that equal 300. You can see the big blocks right here. They're big squares. 100, 200, 300. Then we look at the middle digit. The 1 is always the tens. If that's the tens, how many tens are there? 1. Yeah, there's 110. And then we look at the last number, which is the 2, which means that there are only 2 ones. If I look at this number all together, I see 100, 200, 300, 310, and then add 2 more, 1, 2. So 310, 11, 12, 312. Let's take a look at another example. We have 129. Boys and girls, when we look at this number, we said 100. If we say 100, that means that we're only going to have 1 block, which is right here, 1 block. Well, when we look at the middle digit, we know the middle digit is the tens. If that's the tens, how many tens will there be? Yep, there will be 2 tens. 1, 2. And the last digit, the smallest one, is the ones. There are 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can say 129. Now let's take a look at example number 4. We have 413. Well, we just said 400. If we said 400, we know there are going to be 400 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, there are going to be 4 boxes that represent 400. So this is 100, 200, 300, 400. And then we add a 10 to it, so 410. We know that the last number, the 3, represents the ones, which means there are 3 ones. We have 413. Now let's take a look at this. It says, what is the value of the underlined digit? So remember what we practiced. It's the middle number. Is that the hundreds? No, the 7 is the hundreds. Is it the tens? Yeah, it's the middle number. It's the tens. That means it's 4 tens, which also means 40, and we could draw 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look at another one. What is the value of the underlined digit? Say the number to yourself. 872. Does it stand for the hundreds? Yeah, it does. It stands for the hundreds. 872 means that there are going to be 8 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, look at this one. It says, what is the value of the underlined digit? 167. Well, does it stand for the hundreds? No. Does it stand for the tens? I know the tens digit is in the middle, so it must be the ones digit. That means it's 7 ones. Very good. So boys and girls, today you have a video. I have attached it to the assignment. It's a song about place value that might help you review or understand place value a little bit better if you need. For your assignment today, you will see something that looks like this. It says 3-digit place value. So here's how it works. It says tap on the circle, tap again, and slide it to the number that matches the representation. So I'm going to go to slide number 2, and I'm going to do 3 problems with you. Let's go over them. So let's take a look at this. We have how many hundreds? We have 1, 2, 3. That means it's 300. 300. And how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 310, 20, 30, 40. 340. We have 2 ones. 342. So I'm going to drag a block and I'm going to put it on 342, just like that. Another way that I can say it is how many hundreds are there? In this problem, there are 2 hundreds. Well, this doesn't have 2 hundreds. These 2 have 2 hundreds. Okay, so it could be one of these. Now, how many tens are there? There's 1 10. That means the middle number has to have 1 10. Does this one have 1 10? No. And then it has 1 left over. That's the ones. So 210, add 1 more, it becomes 211. I'm going to drag it to 211. Let's try another one. In this one, it says 100. Well, both of these have 100. This one has 300, so I know it's not that one. How many tens are there? 1, 2, 3. 130. 130, and there are 6 left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one has 6 ones, so 136. Do you see the pattern here? If you need any help on place value or you feel like you need me to reteach it to you, I'm here to help. I can set up a live session with you. Otherwise, you may get started with your assignment today.